Good morning, Catalyst Church. Chris Vilwalk here, and I'm excited to be able to share a story with you this morning. As some of you probably know, my family and I were in Bosnia for 12 years, and now we've been in Budapest the last 4 years. Never planned on going to the field. Always thought I would just be a youth minister in America, and God had a different plan. Well, in these days, we get to work with many different teams and many different countries across Europe, actually, and one of the tools that we use a tool called Media to Movement. And the basic gist of this tool is we use digital marketing and social media to help us find spiritual seekers online. And then we have a system for working it offline as quickly as possible because we want to see face-to-face discipleship happening, not online discipleship. So when I heard that you all are talking about introducing the real Jesus, I thought, boy, do I have a story that I want to share with you all. So let me go ahead and do that. So we've been running ads to find spiritual seekers online in Bosnia since 2018. And after some years, we heard about a region in a neighboring country in the south part of that country. Now, Bosnia is hard. They say it's hard ground with a layer of concrete on top. It's just really hard ground and hard going when it comes to trying to find spiritual seekers. Well, this region in this neighboring country in the south is like hard ground with concrete and a layer of titanium on top. I mean, we know of workers going into this land for like 40 years and prayer going into that. And we don't know of a single believer, a single worker, missionary in that area. And so I thought, why don't I start running ads into that area? And so from our Bosnia initiative. And so we started doing that, and I ran ads into that area for a year. Nothing, just a consistent drip of spiritually saturated content going into that region. Well, the team that we had launched in the north part of that country, they decided, it was around Easter time, and they were running ads for Who Wants a Bible? And they thought, why don't we run that ad into this region? Simple ad. Who would like a Bible? Well, guess what? A Muslim man, middle child of 5, reached out, and he responded to that ad. But he responded with curses and cursing. And we have a person, like a local person, that whenever someone responds on Facebook Messenger, for example, it's a local believer that we call a responder that engages with, the seeker, right? Well, this responder reached out to our team and said, hey, this guy just reached out and he's cursing at me. What should I do? And we said, well, bless him. And so she responded and sent a blessing. And then he responded in anger. And he was like, I just cursed you. You can't bless me. And he hurled more curses. And so this responder reached out to us and said, he's back and he's cursing even more. What should I do? We said, well, bless him and give him scripture. And so she did that. And then there was silence. And then this young man, we'll call him Asim, reached out and he said, I got to tell you, 2 years ago, I started having dreams of this glowing man in white. And he spoke to me and I never knew what it was. I didn't understand where those words came from. But the scripture that you just sent to me, those were his words 2 years ago. I would like a Bible. Would you send it to me? And so we sent the Bible to him, and over the next month he began reading the scripture, and he was sending messages back. And then he reached out and he said, I've been reading the scripture about this Jesus, and I think he's telling me I need to walk away from Allah and I need to follow him. Would someone come and meet with me and talk to me more about it? And so after a month from that first ad about getting a Bible, a team went down. And he said, I have a place for us to meet. And it was by a body of water. Why, he said? Because when they got there, he said, I read in the Bible that when people believe in Jesus, they're supposed to be baptized. And so they spent that day walking through creation to Christ, making sure that he really understood what it meant to be, to understand the real Jesus here. And he gave his life to Christ and became the first man that we know of in this region to accept Christ as Lord. Praise be to the Lord. Please pray for Asim. I hope that this story is encouraging to you this morning. Blessings, Catalyst.